Damian Lillard.
Trent up to Dame at the buzzer. Oh, God! This is for the win!
Is one of the most clutch players.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard
in the history of the NBA.
Lillard, long range three, and it's good!
But one of the top players of all time wasn't even a top 5 pick in his own draft class. How is that possible? Well, some of the players drafted ahead of Damian Lillard were generational talents. And the others, well, they were just as special, but in different ways.
Waiters had a panic attack after he consumed a THC-infused edible.
Kidd-Gilchrist, the current Charlotte Hornets, with that form where both elbows are going to the left, that was a strange form.
Now, before we get into the careers of the 5 players drafted before Dame Dollar, we first need to quickly appreciate Lillard's journey from an overlooked high school prospect to an NBA lottery pick, and one of only 8 players ever drafted from his college.
You know, I wasn't a highly touted middle school player, high school player, or college player. You know, I had to do my work behind the scenes, you know, like you did. I had to earn my way.
In high school, Dame was painfully undersized and overlooked. As a 5'5" freshman, he rarely got playing time. His family transferred him to 3 different schools to try to find a program that would play him. But after 2 years of riding the bench, Lillard gave up on transferring and went back to his local school. In his junior and senior year there, Dame got taller, more athletic, and more skilled, and his growth started to pay off. He averaged 22 points and 5 assists per game, and led his team to a 23-9 record. But scouts ranked him just a 2-star recruit, and he received only a handful of college offers. Dame committed to Weber State, a D1 college program in Ogden, Utah, which plays in the Big Sky Conference. But at Weber, Lillard got a serious wake-up call.
You know, I realized that, you know, I didn't work hard enough, and, you know, I didn't play hard enough. I didn't play fast enough. You know, I started to just realize, like, man, this is a little harder than I thought. We had our first conditioning test, and, like, I damn near died, you know, like, and I was just like, man, like, if this is how hard it is at Weber State, like, is this really what it meant for me?
But his trainer, Phil Beckner, wouldn't let him quit.
He was on my ass, like, you're not good enough, because it was like we was working out on campus in the arena, at a local rec center. We was just all over the place, just working. And he taught me what it meant to work hard.
Dame responded to the challenge and made huge improvements to his game. 24 games into the season, he earned the starting point guard position, then went on to win the Big Sky Rookie of the Year. In his sophomore season, Dame continued to have success, and it seemed like he may have a shot at the NBA.
When I showed up on campus, I literally was like, I'm gonna go to the league.
Just 10 games into his junior season, he suffered a devastating foot injury. This was a major setback. Lillard was out for the entire season. Instead of sulking on the sideline, Dame got stronger, improved his handle, and spent hours watching film. When he came back his final year, Lillard led the NCAA in scoring. He increased his average to over 24 points per game, while shooting extremely efficiently from the field. After the season, he declared for the NBA draft. Once again, he faced more challenges. NBA scouts said Dame was too short, that his skills wouldn't translate to the NBA, and that his stats in college were just actually inflated from playing in a weak conference. Mock drafts even placed him as a late first rounder, but Lillard silenced these critics. He showed up to both days of the NBA pre-draft combine and shocked everyone with his ridiculous conditioning, ball handling, and shot-making skills. After that, Dame was considered the best point guard in his class, and his name jumped up to the top of the draft boards.
I'm definitely trying to prove something, and that's why I competed both days, because I was given the option not to, but I wanted to show people that I belong here and that I can play on this level.
But what about the 5 players drafted before him? They must have been really special in order to get picked ahead of Damian Lillard. The number 1 pick in the 2012 NBA draft was
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis dominated in college with the Kentucky Wildcats. As a freshman, he averaged a double-double and nearly 5 blocks per game. He won the SEC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and led his team to the NCAA Championship. Not to mention, he earned like 10 other prestigious awards too. When he declared for the 2012 draft, AD had huge expectations, but he quickly asserted himself as one of the best centers in the league. In his second season, he led the NBA in blocks and was named an All-Star. A year later, he finished 3rd in MVP voting. Then in 2017, AD had perhaps his best season ever. He averaged 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. The Pelicans even swept the Trailblazers in the first round of the playoffs. However, injuries and lack of team success plagued Davis for the next few seasons.
The agent for Anthony Davis has informed the New Orleans Pelicans that he has no intention of signing an extension and, as a matter of fact, has requested a trade.
Davis got tired of bowling out on a small market team with no chances of winning a championship. He requested a trade in January 2019, and with the help of his agent Rich Paul and LeBron James, Davis got shipped out to LA. In his first season, the Lakers completely turned the team around. They went from 10th in the Western Conference in 2019 to 1st in 2020. They cruised through the playoffs, then beat Miami Heat to win the NBA championship. In the bubble, Davis averaged 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. His performance earned him his first ring and solidified him as a Hall of Famer.
And to hear that horn go off and we NBA champions, it's just a real feeling. I'm just happy it's with these guys.
As of now, he's still a part of the team, but AD's time in LA hasn't been all rainbows and sunshine. He's battled injuries once again. His production has dropped since 2019, but when healthy, Anthony Davis is an absolute beast. Through 11 NBA seasons, he's averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. New Orleans hit the jackpot when they drafted Anthony Davis with the first overall pick. The second pick in the 2012 NBA draft was a highly touted high school and college prospect.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
As the former #1 recruit in the country, MKG had his choice of the top college programs. He picked Kentucky, where he joined Anthony Davis on one of the greatest NCAA teams of all time. Davis may have been the star on Kentucky's title-winning squad, but it was MKG who kept everything together as the glue guy. NBA scouts compared his game to Gerald Wallace. It was a similar comparison that Kawhi Leonard got, who was drafted a year prior. Check out my video on Kawhi if you haven't seen it yet. The Charlotte Bobcats selected MKG and were excited to add such a promising young forward. But in the NBA, he struggled. In his rookie season, he averaged just 9 points and posted a negative box plus or minus. In 2013, he averaged 7 points. In 2014, he averaged 10 points and 7 rebounds. And this is kind of where he peaked. MKG got injured the following preseason and spent 75 games on the sideline. In 2016 and 17, he bounced back with 9 points per game and the most win shares of his career. But MKG never developed his game the way many had hoped. His jump shot had a major hitch.
This is a 24-2 Clipper run. Step back for a 3. Missed badly. Here tonight as Kidd-Gilchrist misses. Extra rest for Paul.
And aside from the occasional dunk, he wasn't really ever an offensive threat. In 2020, he was traded to the Dallas Mavericks and then the New York Knicks, but was waived by both teams. In a 2021 interview, Kidd-Gilchrist explicitly stated that he was not retiring from basketball, but as of now, he's not been signed by any team. This was a horrible pick for Charlotte. They could have grabbed Harrison Barnes, who played the same position and was a more versatile scorer. But before you get all sad, just know that MKG made over $70 million in his career. So even though he's considered an NBA bust, he's the one laughing all the way to the bank.
Say nah.
The third pick in the 2012 NBA draft was
Bradley Beal from the University of Florida.
Bradley Beal's been a walking bucket his entire life. He was the #1 ranked shooting guard in high school, SEC Freshman of the Week 6 times in college, and once he hit the NBA, Beal showed immediately that he could score with the very best. In his first season, he earned all-rookie team honors, averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Since then, Beal has steadily improved every year. In 2018, he made his first All-Star team. In 2020, he became the youngest player in the NBA to reach 900 career three-pointers. And in 2021, he finished as the second highest scorer in the entire league. For a while, Beal's evolving skill set paired perfectly with Wizards point guard John Wall. From 2013 to 2018, Washington made the playoffs each year except for 2016. And according to Wall, LeBron was afraid to play them in the playoffs.
I'm telling you, if you do interview anybody from the Cavs, that was one team they did not want to see on the East.
In the last couple of years, Beal has transformed his game into more of a scoring assassin. His points, assists, and rebounds have all decreased, but his efficiency has improved significantly.
Second chance points. Oh, Beal!
He's also getting more blocks, roughly the same amount of steals per game, and turning the ball over less, all while playing fewer minutes. Many fans have suggested that Beal get out of Washington, but he just signed a 5-year, $250 million contract. So it looks like Beal will remain a very rich Wizard for a while.
We got some breaking news into the HQ. Washington Wizards trading Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and draft compensation.
Okay, well, as of June 2023, Beal is out of Washington and in Phoenix with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. It'll be exciting to see if the Suns' new Big Three can figure things out and win a championship in 2024. The fourth pick in the 2012 NBA draft was
Dion Waiters of Syracuse University.
Dion Waiters was known for two things in the NBA: getting buckets and causing controversy. Over his 8-year career, he played for 5 different teams. He averaged 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. On the court, Dion could handle the ball, create his own shot, and hit game winners.
The hands of Waiters. 3 seconds left for 3 in the win. Yes!
Unfortunately, Dion's attitude may have cut his career short. In Cleveland, he reportedly beefed with Kyrie Irving and coach Byron Scott before being traded, and in Miami, he got suspended on 3 separate occasions. Once for dissing his coach Eric Spoelstra for starting Tyler Hero over him. Another time, Waiters called out of work sick, then posted a picture of himself on a boat while the Heat were playing a game. And most notably, his incident on a team flight where Dion took too many THC edibles.
This is the second time that the Heat have suspended Waiters this season. It all stems from an incident on the team's flight from Phoenix to Los Angeles on Thursday evening. ESPN reporting that Waiters had a panic attack after he consumed a THC-infused edible.
In 2020, the Heat traded him to the Grizzlies, who then immediately waived him. Luckily, he got signed by the Lakers, who then went on to win the NBA Bubble Championship that year. He probably got drafted too high, but Cleveland was able to get some production and trade value out of him. But what if Cleveland grabbed Damian Lillard? Could you imagine a Dame-Kyrie backcourt? Crazy. The 5th pick in the 2012 NBA draft was
Thomas Robinson from the University of Kansas.
Thomas Robinson was a 6'9", 240-pound beast of a power forward. At Kansas, he once scored 30 points and pulled down 21 rebounds in a single game. In his junior year, he averaged a double-double and was also a finalist for several prestigious college awards. Scouts considered Robinson one of the most NBA-ready prospects. However, his NBA career didn't live up to his college accolades. He was inefficient, turned the ball over, and often got lost in defensive rotations. Because of this, Thomas struggled to find consistent playing time. Robinson's only full season came in 2013, when he played for the Portland Trail Blazers. He averaged 4 points and 4 rebounds in 70 games. However, he was waived by the Blazers the following season and played 30 games for Philadelphia before being waived again. Robinson showed flashes of potential with his highlight blocks and dunks, but he never developed a consistent offensive game. In 2017, he took his talents overseas, where he played for Russia, China, and Turkey. Currently, he plays in Nicaragua, where he averages 17 points and 10 rebounds. The 6th pick in the 2012 NBA draft was
Damian Lillard of Weber State University.
Damian Lillard is undoubtedly the greatest Portland Trailblazer draft pick of all time. In his rookie season, he set a record for three-pointers made, averaged 19, 6, and 3, and became the 4th player in the history of the game to unanimously win Rookie of the Year. Since then, Dame has continued to dominate. He's become a 7-time NBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, and earned a spot on the NBA 75th anniversary team. Lillard's incredible durability, skill set, and mental focus have been the driving force behind Portland's success. Since 2013, the team has made the playoffs 8 times and posted a couple of the best seasons in franchise history. The Trailblazers may have fallen short of a championship during his career, but Damian always gave his team a fighting chance. Like in 2021, when he had the greatest single-game playoff performance ever.
Damian Lillard taking Denver's heart. He's got 55 points.
Or when he's hitting the most clutch shots ever.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard! Lillard! This is for the win. Lillard again. Oh! Lillard for the win.
Should 5 players have been picked before Damian Lillard in 2012? Definitely not. But today, there's no denying the greatness of Damian Lillard. And if you don't believe it by now, just listen to the pros.
Certainly didn't look like a rookie tonight. You had to find an answer for him. You did late, but what do you think about his game?
I mean, that boy is serious, man. He's serious, and he's not afraid of anything. Yeah.
I played with, with AI, and I was, he was a little bit older. But Dame is just now getting to his prime. Like, I don't even think he's hitting his prime yet.
The guy's a superstar, man, in our league, and he's showing it right now. Give me Damian Lillard. I'll show you how appreciated he'll be.
If you enjoyed these longer videos, hit the subscribe button and tick the notification bell. I have a ton of awesome content coming out, and I always tailor my videos for the Henry Hoops audience. So if you don't want to miss out, hit the subscribe button. Peace.